When you undertake a building project, it's very important to prepare. I remember my PE teacher in school used to tell us, fail to prepare, prepare to fail. And therefore we had to train to prepare for the sport that was ahead. And the same is true with a building project. You have to do your research, look where the best places to get the materials, where are the best places to get the best price for the materials. It's really important to prepare when you undertake a building project. When you undertake a building project, it's important for you to use the right resources for the right project. This brick would do great for one job, but would be useless for another job. One kind of wood is good to use outdoors, but you need another kind of wood to use indoors. It's really important to use the right resources for the right project. And the same is true about work in the church. You need to equip yourself, get the right resources, the right people to do the right job. When you start a building project, you can't just throw yourself into it. There are some processes you have to go through. You have to go to see a solicitor to make some background checks, and you have to make sure that the land you are building on isn't a floodplain. You can't just go at it willy-nilly. You have to do the background work. You have to prepare. One important part of planning is to plan financially, and one has to make sure that you have enough budget to realise your project. If you fail to prepare financially, you might run short and the project will fail. So an important part of planning is to plan financially. In the Bible we come across Nehemiah, and Nehemiah was a man who saw the need to plan ahead. He went around the city looking at the ruins. He got the resources together, got a team together. He was a man that saw that planning was essential for any work. So you go ahead now to look at the Bible and see how Nehemiah brought a plan together. I remember once we put on this special meeting in church. We had someone on the tea and coffee, we had a guest speaker in, but we'd forgotten one crucial thing. Nobody had invited anyone to it. I thought someone else was in charge of that, they thought I was in charge of it. And that experience reminded me that it was so important to plan ahead and to know who was in charge of what. Maybe you have an experience of throwing yourself into something without preparing and planning ahead. Nehemiah and his people listened to the word of God. They saw each other as members of a team, and they all saw where they all fitted in. I hope you've had an opportunity as well to see where each one of you fits into the team. So you go ahead now, following the call of God, to do the work.